Have you ever looked at your to-do list and felt nothing? No spark, no excitement, just an overwhelming sense of oof. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not even unmotivated. You're just tired, deeply tired. Not the kind of tired that a nap will fix, but the soul-level exhaustion that comes from chasing goals that don't move you anymore. But what if I told you that motivation isn't something you find? It's something you learn. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create goals that actually pull you forward, the kind that ignite your energy instead of draining it. And by the end, you'll understand why staying motivated has less to do with willpower and everything to do with wisdom. Let me tell you about a friend of mine. She's successful by every conventional standard, respected at work, an amazing parent, takes care of her health and finances, and yet, she came to me and said, "I feel like I've lost all motivation." And here's the thing, she's not alone. Young professionals feel uninspired. Experienced ones just want to retire. Half of American workers are actively job hunting. People are burned out, overwhelmed, and disconnected from the goals that used to drive them. But here's a truth bomb. You didn't lose your motivation because you never really had it to begin with. Motivation isn't something you own. It's not like your phone or your keys. You don't lose it under a couch cushion. Motivation is a skill, a learnable skill. Most people treat motivation like a superpower. Some people are born with it, others aren't, but that's a myth. Motivation and strength. It's not discipline. It's not some inner fire that only a lucky few possess. Motivation is wisdom. It's the wisdom to know how to design your environment, structure your goals, and talk to yourself in ways that energize rather than exhaust you. Let's break that down. You have two choices when your motivation is low. Change the situation, or change the way you think about it. That's it. That's the whole game. Want to exercise more? Don't yell at yourself. Get a dog that loves walks. Suddenly, you're not exercising, you're bonding. That's the power of designing your life for motivation. Let's talk about goals. Most people set goals based on who they wish they were, not on what actually excites them. My friend said, "I want to finish this project," but deep down, she didn't care about the process. She just wanted it done. Sound familiar? That's because we often chase goals for how we'll feel once they're done, not for the joy of doing them. And here's the catch. Goals that are driven by outcomes, not by enjoyment, are almost always abandoned. We don't stick with goals because they're important. Research shows that importance doesn't matter as much as we think. We stick with goals that are fun, that we want to pursue. Think about it. You might circle a block for 30 minutes just to avoid paying $5 for parking. But you'll happily spend $12 on a cocktail moments later. Why? Because we hate investing in means. We hate the process if it feels like a chore. Your goals should feel like cocktails, not parking meters. Want to know how to do that? Stick around, because next, I'll show you how to stay motivated even when the novelty wears off. By the way, if you're serious about breaking free from mental blocks and becoming the person who follows through, you need to check out my ebook, Breaking Chains: How to Overcome Limiting Beliefs and Unlock Your Potential. It's packed with insights that will help you understand what's been holding you back and exactly how to break through. Links in the description. Grab it now. Here's the part no one tells you about motivation. It's not constant. It's not a straight line. It comes and goes. And most importantly, it almost always disappears halfway through. You start a project with excitement. For the first few days, you feel like you're in control. But then the novelty wears off, the energy wanes. You hit the dreaded middle. This is the most dangerous time for any goal. Because in the middle, you're too far gone to turn back, but not yet close enough to feel like you're almost there. We call this the middle problem, and the solution: make the middle shorter. Don't think in terms of yearly goals. Think in terms of daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals. Breaking a big goal into smaller chunks creates more ends. And every time you feel like you're getting closer to completing something, your motivation builds back up. That's why creating short, clear milestones works. That's why productivity apps show progress bars. Our brains love endings. But let's be real, even with well-defined goals, you will stumble. There will be a day when you will make mistakes, procrastinate, fail. The question is, how do you deal with it? If you have a habit of blaming yourself, calling yourself lazy or incapable, stop now. Failure is not a sign of weakness, it is part of the learning process. In fact, the more you consciously fail, the faster you learn. There is something I learned playing video games with my son. He called me the expert in failure, and I loved the title. Why? Because I am not afraid of making mistakes. I don't take it personally. It allows me to try harder, test harder, grow faster. Want to stay motivated? Take your ego out of the equation. When you make a mistake, instead of asking yourself, what does this say about me? Ask, what can I learn from this? This mindset turns failures into fuel. The truth is that growth hurts. It's not comfortable. It's not convenient. And that's why most people never get anywhere. But if you start seeing discomfort as a sign that you're moving in the right direction, everything changes. There's a huge difference between suffering from something that's destroying you and being bothered by something that's making you grow. In a study of improv students, researchers asked one group to allow themselves to feel discomfort during exercises. The other group was told to just focus on improving their skills. Guess who grew more? The group that embraced the discomfort. They stayed on stage longer. They were bolder. They reported more growth, because when you stop running from discomfort, it stops dominating you. And if this resonates with you, comment below. Discomfort is growth. I want to know who's on this journey with me. Here's another major motivation killer: trying to pursue too many goals at once, without a strategy. You've got career goals, family responsibilities, personal dreams, fitness routines. Maybe you're also trying to grow spiritually, read more, sleep better, and be a good friend. It's exhausting. The truth is, most of us don't have a lack of goals. We have too many, all fighting for our attention like kids screaming in the back seat of a minivan. So, how do you stay motivated when you feel pulled in 10 different directions? The answer isn't to choose one goal and ignore the rest. That's just not realistic. You can't wait until retirement to start a family. You can't hit pause on your career to find your purpose. Instead, you need harmony. Think of your goals like dishes at a buffet. Some combinations work beautifully, like pasta with a great sauce. Others, not so much. You don't want a plate of waffles covered in salsa. Look for goal combinations that feed each other. Take your commute and your health goal. Maybe you bike to work and listen to audiobooks on the way. Boom. Fitness and learning in one move. The magic isn't in doing less, it's in doing smart. But even when you find that balance, there's one more sneaky enemy you need to face: temptation. Temptation isn't evil, it's human. You'll never get rid of it completely. But you can stop letting it sabotage your progress. The key: anticipation. When you expect temptation, it loses its power. If you know there's going to be cake at the office party, you can plan for it. If you know your coworker might annoy you in a meeting, you can decide now how you'll respond. We don't get derailed because temptation shows up. We get derailed because we pretend it won't. In one study, employees were reminded of all the moments they might be tempted to steal office supplies for personal use. And guess what? Those reminders made them less likely to give in. You don't need to be stronger. You just need to be smarter. And that's the whole point of this video. Motivation isn't about force. It's about foresight. Let me ask you something. Look at the person closest to you right now. Maybe it's your partner, a friend, a coworker, your kid. Or be you're watching this alone, but someone pops into your mind who helps you stay motivated. Because no one succeeds in isolation. No goal is ever achieved alone. Your relationships are one of your most powerful sources of motivation. Think about Marie and Pierre Curie. Their love story wasn't just romantic, it was transformational. Pierre didn't just support Marie's work, he pushed her to be recognized for it. She won the Nobel Prize twice. Their daughter won it, even her husband did. Motivation multiplies in community, and that works for you, too. Your gym buddy, your mastermind group, your friend who checks in weekly. That kind of support isn't just helpful, it's essential. If you want to go far, go together. Let's bring it all together. You don't need more willpower. You don't need to become someone you're not. You just need to become wiser about how motivation works. Here's the truth. You don't find motivation. You build it. You don't force yourself to do hard things. You design your life to make them feel easier. You don't shame yourself for setbacks. You learn from them fast. You don't chase balance by doing less. You create harmony by choosing smarter. And you don't fight temptation by pretending it's not real. You prepare for it. Motivation is not some magical switch you flip. It's a skill you can develop. One decision at a time. One day at a time. One strategy at a time. So, if you've been stuck, tired, drifting, you're not broken. You're just ready for a better way. And now, you have one. I want you to imagine a future version of yourself, 6 months from now. That person is more focused, more confident, clear about where they're going, and finally seeing results that used to feel impossible. That version of you is not out of reach. It's waiting. It's watching. It's wondering if today is the day you stop trying to do it all alone and start building motivation with intention. That version of you is built on the tiny decisions you start making today. Don't wait. Don't wish. Don't wonder. Decide. If this message resonated with you, I want you to take one more step. Download my ebook, Breaking Chains: How to Overcome Limiting Beliefs and Unlock Your Potential. It's not just another PDF. It's a breakthrough guide for people who are tired of staying stuck. Inside, you'll learn how to rewire your thinking, set goals that light you up, and finally follow through. Click the link in the description. Your future self is counting on you. And while you're here, if this video helped you, don't forget to like the video. Drop a comment below. What's one goal you're going to approach differently now? Subscribe to the channel for more deep dive content like this. Share this video with someone who needs it. Remember, you're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. You're just a few smart shifts away from becoming unstoppable. And I'll be right here, cheering you on every step of the way. Thank you for watching.